English tenses final review. Present, past, future. Speaking test.
Hi, Nick. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Have you learned all the grammar tenses, Nick?
Yes, Teacher John.
And you sure you can use all the grammar tenses while speaking, aren't you?
Yes, I am. But I can be sure about using all the grammar tenses in active voice. I haven't learned grammar tenses in passive voice yet.
Why are you sure you can successfully pass the speaking test about all the grammar tenses in active voice?
I'm sure because I learn English with the beautiful English learning system and do all the exercises properly. That is why I know everything about English grammar tenses.
If so, let's get started. Are you ready, Nick?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What day is it today?
Today is Tuesday.
What date is it today?
Oh, Teacher John, you have already asked me about that.
No, you didn't understand me, Nick. My last question was about date. Do you see the difference between a day and a date?
Oh, I see. Sorry, Teacher John. Today is the 21st of April 2020.
Very well. What day was yesterday?
Yesterday was Monday.
Did you go to the university yesterday?
Yes, I go to the university yesterday.
Nick, negative. When you speak, think about tenses. What tense should we use when we speak about yesterday?
Oh, sorry, Teacher John. It should be the past simple tense. Yes, I went to the university yesterday.
What did you do at the university yesterday?
I studied at the university yesterday.
Were you studying at 7 o'clock in the evening?
No, I wasn't.
What were you doing at that time yesterday?
I was watching TV.
Okay, Nick. What day was the day before yesterday?
The day before yesterday was Sunday.
Did you go to the university on Sunday?
No, Teacher John, I didn't go to the university on Sunday.
What did you do on Sunday?
I didn't do many things on Sunday. I spent almost the whole day at home with Julia. Then I went to the gym in the evening.
What were you doing at 12 o'clock on Sunday?
I eat lunch with Julia at 12 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, Nick. I've asked you already to be careful with tenses. What tense should we use when we speak about past actions that happened at a certain time or a time period in the past?
Oh, sorry, Teacher John. We should use the past continuous tense. I was eating lunch with Julia at 12 o'clock yesterday. Is it correct?
Yes, Nick. It's correct. Did you finish all your homeworks on Sunday?
Yes, I did.
Had you finished them by the time you went to the gym?
Yes, Teacher John. I had been doing my homeworks for 3 hours when Julia told me that it was time to go to the gym. I was so busy with my homeworks that I forgot about my gym schedule.
How long have you been exercising at the gym, Nick?
I have been exercising at the gym for about 2 years.
Have you ever tried heavy lifting?
No, Teacher John. I've never tried heavy lifting. I don't like it. I go to the gym just for pleasure, just to keep my body healthy and in a good shape.
Okay, I see, Nick. Do you like traveling?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been to America?
No, Teacher John. I never went to America.
Negative, Nick. I've already asked you to pay attention to grammar tenses. Try to remember that when you answer a question you should listen attentively and use the same tense and the same words as in question. My question was in the present perfect tense. Your answer should also be in the present perfect tense. You should also remember that we don't use the word go when we ask if you traveled to one or another country or not. Listen one more time. Have you ever been to America?
Oh, sorry, Teacher John. I will try to pay attention to grammar tenses. No, I've never been to America. Is it correct?
Yes, Nick. It's correct. What countries have you already been to?
I've been to Germany, Finland, Italy, and Laos.
What did you do in Laos?
I went there to change my visa.
Oh, I see. Are you going to stay in Thailand after graduating from the university?
I don't know, Teacher John. Perhaps I will go to America together with Julia.
Are you going to marry her, Nick?
I don't know, Teacher John. You know, we have relationships, but I am still not sure whether I want to have a family or not. We will see.
Okay, Nick. What date will be tomorrow?
Oh, Teacher John, this time you won't be able to trick me. Tomorrow will be the 22nd of April.
Okay, Nick, very well. What will you be doing at noon tomorrow?
I will be eating lunch at noon tomorrow.
Whom will you be eating lunch with at noon tomorrow?
Sorry, Teacher John. I'm afraid I didn't understand your question. Can you say it again, please?
Okay, Nick. Whom will you be eating lunch with at noon tomorrow?
You mean with whom, don't you, Teacher John?
Yes, Nick. But, according to English grammar, you cannot move parts of speech, except for auxiliary verbs. That is why a preposition should stay at its place in prepositional questions. When we ask about somebody or something, we place a question word at the first place and remove that somebody or something we ask about. After removing that somebody or something, a preposition will be at the last place. For example, I write with a pen. Can you make a question to a pen?
Do you mean what and blah blah blah?
Yes, Nick, exactly.
Okay, I will try. The question word to a pen is what? If so, I should put the question word what at the first place and remove a pen. What do I write with? Is it correct?
Yes, it's correct. You understand grammar better and better.
Yes, Teacher John, it is because I learn English by myself with the learning system Beautiful English. I don't know and I cannot imagine any other teacher who could explain grammar so beautifully and so understandably. And, of course, Beautiful English learning tools and speaking simulators. They are so great and effective. I can speak English fluently only because I do all the speaking exercises that Teacher Vlad gives in his lessons.
Very well, Nick. Can we use any of Beautiful English learning tools for a speaking test? I mean, now you are passing English grammar tenses test. Is there any Beautiful English learning tool that we can use to test your ability to make correct English sentences in all the grammar tenses?
Yes, Teacher John. There is the whole All the Grammar Tenses, Active and Passive Voice, Speaking Training course. We can take some learning tools from there. Actually, it is really a huge speaking training system, and I think everybody who pass through that system and do all the exercises properly will be able to make correct English sentences and speak correctly in all the grammar tenses and in both active and passive voice. I haven't learned passive voice yet, that is why I will try to make only sentences in active voice. Let's take this speaking training tool, for example. I ate ice cream yesterday. I was reading a book at this time yesterday. I had already cleaned the room before she came. I had been painting my house for 2 hours when it started to rain. I write letters every day. They are eating dinner now. She has just bought a car. They have been building their house for 2 years. He will have his birthday party tomorrow. I will be reading a book at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I will have finished my project by next week. A teacher will have been teaching her for 3 hours by noon. Or we can use a talking lingo card like this. You can even test students' writing skills by means of this talking lingo card. They should make sentences and write them down into empty fields on the left. Since I don't know about passive voice, I will make all the sentences in active voice.
Okay, Nick. Go on.
No, I don't laugh at my friends often. No, we don't laugh at our friends often. She has bought a house this year. He has bought his house this year. How many years will you have been living in London for by the year 2022? She has bought a house this year. It has bought its house this year. How many years will they have been living in London for by the year 2022? It has bought its house this year.
Okay, Nick, enough. I understand. As I have already told you, this learning system is really incredible. Actually, it is quite difficult for a teacher to evaluate students' knowledge or skills quantitatively. And usually, a teacher gives a certain mark to a student just by impression a student makes on a teacher. However, in the case when a teacher evaluates students' knowledge or skills by means of beautiful English learning tools, he or she can give marks for accuracy and for fluency for each sentence made by a student. Then a teacher can sum all the marks up and to give a final mark. It's a very good idea, Nick. Of course, a test itself will take more time, but it will be more accurate and fairer.
Yes, Teacher John. The beautiful English learning system is really incredible and very effective. Both students and teachers can find everything to learn and to teach English.
Very well, Nick. How do you feel now after passing this speaking test?
Little bit tired of course and little bit dissatisfied.
Why do you feel dissatisfied, Nick? You did a great job. Thank you.
Oh, Teacher John, I've made some mistakes. It means that I am not totally confident in making correct English sentences in all the grammar tenses.
It's okay, Nick. Don't worry. Now you know about your mistakes, you see them and you also know what to do to avoid making them again, don't you, Nick?
Yes, I see and I know. I will do my best not to make such mistakes again.
Don't worry, Nick. Only the one who doesn't do anything doesn't make mistakes. Furthermore, we can learn from our mistakes. Never give up. Work as hard as you always do and soon you will speak English better than me. Bye, Nick. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Teacher John. Goodbye. Have a nice day too.